Hey guys, it's Nate, aka The Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. Evolutions have exploded onto the scene in EAFC 24, and many regard it as the best thing that EA have done to content in years. But at the same time, are they contributing to this game's downfall and the dwindling hype of FC 24 with some of these evolutions, how much we have to do, and maybe how low rated the cards are when we're done evolving them? We're going to talk about that in the video today, and of course look at evolutions in general, take a step back and just have a conversation and how maybe they can fix it a little bit as well. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. Let's start from the top because evolution started great. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of the year and just cover evolutions really fast. We started with the welcome to evolutions and the founders evolution, which technically hasn't expired yet, and hopefully we get another one of those soon because a lot of us are waiting for another founders evo card. But we had Pacey Protector, Relentless Winger, and probably my favorite, Golden Glow Up Part 1 and Part 2. It was cool, and it still is cool to be able to take somebody that either from your favorite club, your favorite country, or just a player that you think looks cracked and that might be able to fit into your team at some point. Whatever you're doing with Evos, that's what the great thing is about it. There's flexibility, there's different ways you can go about it. It's very personal and you feel like you're in control of who you can upgrade and who you can get, right? That's the best part about Evos, and also the fact that it is fun to just play the game and get players that upgrade. That was something that people have been asking for on this game for years, and we finally have it. Now, these are all the Evo cards that I've done. My favorites, definitely Mahmoud, at least right now. I did the Pacey Protector with his bronze 62 rated card. And then I also did Golden Glow Up 1 and 2. This was one of the fun, crazy, like, multiple step evolutions that I did at the beginning of the year to get me an insane card that still is usable to this day, and I sub him on in the midfield. Now, of course, he's not quite kind of going up with the power curve. The power curve keeps rising. That's a little bit of the problem right now. We're going to talk about that in the video. It seems like evolutions are falling behind, but the fun aspect is 100% still there. I completed Ben Sabini in the Trailblazer Slide Tackler, I think it was. I'm working on finishing Centurion's Alessandrini and Centurion's Richards. Mukhtar was my first evolution. Welcome to evolutions. I had no idea what I was doing, and I just kind of started one. Kind of regret doing that one, to be completely honest, but it is what it is. But that's the draw to this, right? You can have so much flexibility, and you can choose players you want that fit the requirements, of course, but that you want to put into your team or to build a fun kind of like side team, passion team, whatever it may be. The flexibility here is amazing. But there's been some problems recently, right? We've had so many good evolutions, even some of the paid ones. Like I did the Trailblazer Striker into the Centurion Striker version for Alessandrini, which gives me I think, one of the best cards that you can get from evolutions. Like this is the one right here. I get the 85 because I didn't do the welcome, obviously. But like my Alessandrini is going to turn into this, and he's got 9 playstyles, right? That's freaking amazing, and that's why we love evolutions. But recently, with the Evos that we have gotten, let me just get the expired ones gone. The ones that are live, this is where people have started to not enjoy evolutions as much because these newest ones feel like we're taking a step backward, or really we're not taking a step forward. We're still putting in max overall, like 80 something rated players, like max 84 for the triple threat wingback, max 79 for Relentless Winger 2. And then I think for Pacey Winger as well, it's a max 81 rated player. It still feels like for some of these Evos, we're evolving cards that are golds that we've been evolving since the start of the game. And with the power curve of cards progressing in packs, right? We've had Road to the Knockouts and all these different promos, Trailblazers, we're about to have Black Friday. The power curve has obviously gone up. But here with Evos, it feels like it's been stagnant. And it feels like we're stuck with lower rated cards that really wouldn't have an opportunity to be any sort of meta in our team. Now, we got a taste of the good stuff. We got a taste of the really good evolutions with Centurion's Box to Box and Centurion's, what was it, the Sharpshooter. Like, those evolutions gave us a taste of what could be. 150,000 coins, yes, for the Box to Box midfielder, but that gave us arguably the best evolution card in the game, Marcus Llorente, 87 rated. Like, what a card. That's a card you're going to be able to use for ages in this game because of the positions that he has and because of the links, and he's just cracked in game, right? A lot of people did Chameni from that. Centurion Sharpshooter, I can't tell you how many times I run into a Pedro Neto or a Juan He Chan. Guys, I'm seeing Bamba. Those players, I think I'm seeing them everywhere. And yes, I know that was 40 games, but the upgrade was super meta. You got the finesse shot, Travella, the work rates that they added. These two evolutions, in my opinion, have been the most meta and the most I see in teams and division rivals in Weekend League, right? Not that that's what evolutions are all about, but those are the ones that I see the most because I think people want the meta stuff. And I think we need a combination of that, right? I do believe we need a combination of some of these being meta and some of these being kind of fun. I think right now we've kind of just stayed on the fun and the lower rated kind of range, but we need something to pick it back up, right? And also, you know, it just feels like we've been playing so many Evolutions games. I feel like it's draining a lot of gameplay. Right now, you think about it. I would love if you went and check your record and how many games you have played this year. I know that I've played a decent amount more squad battles than I've ever played before. Actually, it's not in leaderboards. It's in like club, right? Or stadium squad. Yeah, my record is 226, 17, and 128. And I don't play the game a ton, but I think that with everybody doing Evolutions this year, squad battles is probably one of the more common places you're playing a lot of those games, at least. I think it's actually draining people from playing the game, guys, to be completely honest. Negatively impacting our desire to play the other competitive game modes. Think about it. Everybody right now is crying for a new game mode. They're asking for something that is less sweaty, less competitive, something that is online, but something that is like still fun to play because friendlies are skill-based matchmaking. Rivals, champs is sweaty. And I'm not here to say that the gameplay isn't the problem. I believe that the gameplay is a lot of the problem, right? You've seen a lot of rant videos, a lot of people talking about it for good reason, to be completely honest. There's good reasons to be disappointed and upset about the gameplay on this game, but I also think it's the modes that we are playing. And guys, I feel like people on this game, if you're involved in this game and you haven't stopped playing it, you're playing a lot of squad battles, rivals, or foot champs with evolutions and their upgrades in mind. And that gets tiring over time, right? I think that's why everybody's asking for a new mode to grind. I think that's a kind of one of the negative things to Evolutions is that it's taking a lot more gameplay grind. Yes, it's cool. Yes, it's what we've wanted, but there's so much feeling of FOMO too. Like if you don't do Relentless Winger 2 and Pacey Winger 2, oh boy, what are you going to miss out on? That could be a card that could be evoed in the future. And I mean, EA wants that a little bit, but I think somewhere we have to draw the line and say, I don't think I'm doing Relentless Winger 2, guys. Like, unless there's another Evo that comes out later that I can stack on top of this, at this point, like, I'm even super far behind on Centurion Striker. I got to get this done here pretty soon. People have had the 85 Alessandrini now for weeks, but I'm still behind on this. I think that's the way that I like to go with Evolutions, is take my time so that I don't get burnout on the game. Find an Evo that fits either my Evo team that I'm building or something that could maybe make its way into my main team, and then grind it from there. And guys, I think what's really sparking this conversation too is what EA just did recently on this game with the FC Pro Champions Pro. Like this is ridiculous. And I think this is just another thing that feels like Evolutions are falling behind in terms of the hype. Why in the world is EA making it this hard for you to change something via Evolutions that is purely cosmetic? I understand it's about the FC Pro, right? And it's supposed to be pro promo. Win 16 matches in finals of Foot Champs. To take one player, according to what EA said, it's not even a stat upgrade. It is only a visual upgrade to the red Team of the Week player pick item shell, as they called it, right? And then if you get the 56 win one, you get the slightly cooler one on the left with like the Evolutions triangle at the top. That is ridiculous, man. Like, this is crazy how much we have to grind for just a visual cosmetic upgrade. Yeah, it's a flex, and I understand that those are kind of like, you know, something that the pro players would maybe want to go for, but I mean, shoot, I don't even have the desire to grind for the, I can't hit the 56 win one. Like, I am not good enough at the game, nor do I have the time to play all the weekend leagues. For 3 or 4 weekend leagues, you have to get 56 wins. Like, that's just crazy. And I think that is another thing that's turning people away from Evolutions and saying, ah, man, the hype for Evolutions is dropping. Let's talk about a couple other problems with Evos. I'm not here to bash Evos. We all know they're super good, but we have to talk about this as well. The market, man. How many people have gotten banned this year because of trading with these cards that go up for Evolutions? This is completely on EA Sports, 100%. But people have been banned for trading with cards like Madueke, who go from, yeah, their 600, 700 coin price all the way to 6 to 7K. And then they drop down like crazy when an evolution is is dropped and it's not as good as we thought it was going to be. But people that buy here and sell up here, they get banned. EA coin wipes their accounts because it seems their banning system catches it for like coin trading and distribution and illegal market activities, which in fact it is not at all. So that's an EA problem, but that's another reason that is taking me. I haven't traded with any Evo cards this year because I haven't wanted to get banned. Of course, man, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that I have to even talk about that and think about that. And like, I don't want to trade with these certain cards in the game because I could get banned. Like, yes, it does create really good trading opportunities. Like, I think Alessandrini was extinct for a couple of days on this game, right? He went from 400 coins to 10,000 coins when it was when the Centurions, I believe it was Centurion Striker was out, and you could do the double with the first one and then upgrade him into the Centurion's Striker card. Like, he was 10,000 coins, but I bet people that bought Alessandrini's, maybe even just one for 500 and sold it for 10K, got banned. Like, that's a problem. That's a problem. And not to mention that we have leaks. All of these evolutions now are leaked beforehand. And what you have to do is, if you're trying to trade at all with these, which you still can, it's hard. You just can't sell for a crazy profit. You have to limit the profit so that you don't get banned. All of these evolutions get leaked now. And exactly with this Madueke, right? Madueke was 600 coins. He went to 7K after this leak. And then the actual evolution came out and he went down. Oh yeah, he's back down to 700 coins because the evolution wasn't that good. Now remember, like Marcus Llorente with that evolution, the box-to-box Centurion. Yeah, he went up to 10K. I forget where it was. Maybe he was right here. Yeah. I think it was right here. He was like 4,000 coins. He went up to 10,000 coins and slowly kind of dropped off after that. But that's a gold card, and that was actually a good evolution. Like, there was people paying 10K for Llorente because they were okay buying that card, playing 40 games, and using this item for the rest of at least until Team of the Year and maybe even beyond that. So the leaks and the bans with this as well, it's bringing a bad taste in my mouth to the evolutions for sure. But guys, I wanted to talk about these evolutions because I think we need something better. And this is where I think EA need to start adjusting the evolutions power curve with the power curve of what is in packs now. And I understand if they're doing this because they want to give us a nice like plethora of cards via evolutions, and they want to give us the chance to upgrade a lot of lower rated players, which is sick. But like, instead of evolving a just gold player into an 83 here, like a 77 to an 83, let me evolve again a bronze card. Let me do golden glow up, like 3 and 4 type of thing, where I can take a silver or bronze player that's never going to get a promo card, that's from my favorite nation, league, or club, and upgrade them to something sick that would actually be something I would want to try out. And then also, like I said, another friendlies game mode or something that's not skill-based matchmaking. I feel like that's too much to ask. I don't think we're going to see something like that just added mid-year, but like, if you would give us some sort of like Evo tournament, or even if it's an Evo friendly where you have to have a certain number of evolution cards, you have to have a lower rated squad, like we're talking an 85 squad max, like, and you would play it like a DKT Cup style, almost like the Champs qualifiers, like that would be kind of cool. The rewards don't have to be that crazy, but that's probably something that would have to happen in a later year of the game anyway. Wouldn't be able to happen this year just because that would be a lot of work. But I think what EA need to do now is just start releasing better Evos. Like this Soboslai, people were wanting Soboslai to get a card for ages. He finally gets one. And yeah, it looks like a pretty good card, but you know, then the next week he gets a Team of the Week and you have a card that is just as good, if not better, on the market for super cheap that you didn't have to go and play games for. So yeah, evolutions still are cool, right? They're still cool. The paid ones, I don't have a problem with because they have been some of the better upgrades. I think if you're doing a paid evolution, you're going to have to go with a player who's going to probably fit more towards your main squad. Like, that's the whole point of the paid Evos. Like, all right, I'm getting more of a meta player here. The free Evos, again, it's not a lot of games, and I love that. But I think at some point, the grind for what you get in terms of what you're trying to build and put into your squad, if there's no place to use a strictly fun team other than just playing around with some friendlies or going into a division rivals match with your Evo team. Like, imagine you have like a Spurs or a United States Evo team. You're going to go and rock with that team in division rivals and get slapped around by Player of the Month Sun and Blanc and VVD, like, that's not going to be any fun, right? That's why I feel like we need an outlet for the fun aspect of Evos, but then also they need to keep increasing the power curve of the evolution cards they're dropping and increasing the upgrades that they're dropping to kind of not meet where we are with the cards that are in packs, because let's face it, guys, the cards that are in packs are always going to be better because EA wants you to open packs. They have to sell the packs. So the cards that are in the packs and on the market are going to be better than the evolutions. But they gave us a taste of something great with like the Llorente and stuff like that. And I think we need another taste, whether it's Black Friday, whether it's in December. Evos are going to keep going all year long. We need another kind of boost to the Evo power curve. And one of the things that this is a personal thing, but I really dislike about even these websites that are talking about all the evolutions and the Evos is like, I look at this Alvaro card and I'm like, man, what could have been? You feel the feel of like, I missed out on this. And that's why after we've seen a few of these now, I think people are like, oh man, I got to do Relentless Winger 2. You never know when I'll be able to put this feller that I did from Real Madrid. Maybe there's another Evo that comes out for a striker that is, you know, put in a pacey striker and get a big shooting or passing boost, kind of like Centurion Sharpshooter was. And then boom, you've got a 95 pace feller that could get upgraded to like 90 shooting and 85 passing and, you know, stuff like that. There's FOMO for sure with this stuff. So if you don't mind the gameplay grind and you don't mind the work that it takes, then it's good and you're enjoying it. And you're like, Nate, what is there to complain about? But I think, again, like I said, that all of this gameplay grind, because EA makes us feel like, or maybe it's us as the community that puts that pressure on our own selves because we don't want to miss out. Maybe it's us that makes us feel like we have to get all the evolutions done. But like, I'm not doing all the evolutions. Like, I'm not even getting close to doing all the evolutions, guys. I'm going to let some go away. I'm also going to let some I'm going to wait until I see something that's good. And if there is something that I like then okay, then I'll do it. But I'm not in a hurry to try to get every single one done because it's honestly just not worth what it takes to get out of it. To put all the work in to do it. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts on evolutions, and I wanted to make a video on it today because I know this is a very popular spot right now, and especially with the conversations that we had about this champ stuff that they just dropped. Like, I feel like we're kind of at an all-time low for evolutions, honestly, but I think it's because of this right here. Because nope, we don't even know what we're going to have to do yet to upgrade the red card. After you get 16 wins in champs, you get the evolution. So is it just, oh, boom, you get to apply it to a card? Are there max ratings or max, like, abilities that you could upgrade? Like, if I do Player of the Month Mbappe as SBC, and then I get 16 wins in Weekend League, can I automatically just turn him into that red card item? Because I would do that instead of the League One Player of the Month. You know, that sort of thing. Or even my, like, Player of the Month Sun, which I maybe wouldn't change that one. But, you know, like I'm saying, like, is it just going to be any card? We don't even know yet. So we're not going to figure that out until probably this next week, is after people get 16 wins in Weekend League, and then we figure out what we can do with that. But evolutions just kind of feel like they're dying off a little bit, but that's what I wanted to talk about in today's video. I want to hear you guys' comments and thoughts down below in the comments as well, so make sure you drop some what you're feeling about evolutions down there, and maybe what you're even feeling about the game as well as we head into a crazy Black Friday period. If you enjoyed the video, drop a thumbs up on it, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. It's been Nathan with Account. See you guys in a video soon. Peace.